Studio Nicole. I am Nicole, and I'm so glad that you're here. I have a problem in my studio, and perhaps you can guess what it might be. I'm trying to get organized, and I've had to clean out my office at work. And I'm also, trying to declutter my own house. I have a yard sale coming up next month. I'm trying to kind of go through some things and make some space. And these paint night paintings, while I really do like them, take up a lot of room. I don't typically hang them on the walls. Um, I do have a few. I will say this. I have a handful, maybe like six or so, that I really, really like a lot. And I actually do kind of display those usually in my office at work. Um, but I have so many more that I've done over the years for various these were from classes that I used to teach. We used to do an end of semester paint experience as like a celebration at the end of the year. Some of these are from paint nights that I've taught as fundraisers. I think this was a workshop at Ray of Light, not Ray of Light. I'm sorry, Laurel Exchange. This was a this was a fundraiser. This was just one that I did at home based on like a Bob Ross painting like online, and I love them. Like, this is a beautiful painting. Don't get me wrong. But I don't have anywhere to keep these, and I have been stressing and struggling with what to do with them for a long time. So, I am going to bite the bullet and I'm going to cut them up. That's what I've decided. I'm going to cut them off of the frames because these are all like framed canvas panels, and it does make them nice. It makes them nice to paint on, but I just can't. I just can't do anything with them. They take up so much room. I don't display them. I'm struggling with what to do. So I I was looking online for idea of what to do with these. Like, what do you do with old paint night paintings? One of my favorite suggestions was to, and I have said this at a couple of my fundraisers, is the next time someone asks you to house sit, you just start hanging your paintings up in their house and see when they see, watch them notice when they come home. And I still stand by that. I think that's a great suggestion, but it's not really realistic, and you'll probably get the painting back. So here's what I'm going to do. And you can tell I'm a little bit nervous. I'm procrastinating. I'm like talking myself into it, but I'm not doing it yet because I'm nervous. Maybe I should do one I don't like that much. I'll do this one instead and see how it turns out because I really like that one. Maybe I'll end up keeping that. I did, like I said, I did keep a handful of these, maybe six. I also kept the ones that are on like flat panels that are not on wooden like stretched canvas. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these off, and I'm focusing on, I want it to, what I would like to do, what I think I would like to do is use these as journal covers. Like, how cool would this be to wrap this around a journal cover and use like a handmade painting as a journal cover, right? Right. So I'm thinking, like a horizontal capture of the most salient part of the image. And obviously I'm gonna cut a little bigger than I need to. I'm just using a utility knife. This is what an X-Acto like. Um, and I'm cutting it right off of the panel. And I'm gonna throw the rest of it away. This is progress for me because I'm like a recovering hoarder here. That's not entirely true, and I'm certainly not trying to minimize anyone who actually is. Um, but some days it feels like it. Some days it feels like it's hard to get rid of things. And so it is something that I struggle with. Uh, okay. Sorry. There's some little strands, so it's not cutting off super cleanly. The corners are tough. They don't want to let go. Come on. Ah, it's ripping. No, don't do that. Okay. Okay. Here, I'm just peeling it off. And I'm gonna trying not to cut my desk pads. I'm trying not to. Whoop. Okay. So now what I have is a completely flat canvas panel that could theoretically be used to cover a journal. Do we like this? This one is maybe not the absolute best example of what that might look like, but I think that storing this and having a potential future use for it is much more valuable to me than trying to store this. So what I am going to do, I'm going to cut some of this that I wasn't using, that I'm not going to use for the journal cover. And I might cut this into little pieces to use in collage. So this could absolutely be like background. It could be cut up into like strips for like scrap soup, for collage fodder. All right, so these little pieces are going to go in my scrap bin, and this is going to go into a pile for journal covers, potential journal covers. And now I have this that I guess I can throw away. I don't like that either because I don't like to throw anything away. But yeah, I think that's probably what I'm going to do. Unless I might keep a couple of these around in order to make a frame for a screen, because I have had the idea that I want to do some like paper making, right, where you like shred and get the paper wet and turn it into fiber, and then you like put it on a screen and flatten it out and dry it. I've done this before, and I made seed paper and I loved it. And I've been seeing these videos online lately, and it just makes me want to do it again. So I might keep a couple of those because they would be great frames for paper making. But otherwise, I feel pretty confident that this is the right solution. I'm not doing a great job of cutting this one. My X-Acto knife is loose. And I'm trying to cut it bigger than I think I'll need it. Because that way, I can fold the edges over, like when I'm covering the journal cover. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to put on an audiobook, and I'm going to go to town cutting all of these. And then I will check back in with you when I'm done, because I don't necessarily want to talk all the way through this whole process, because I have many of these to do. There are probably 10 over here in my pile, and then I have duplicates. I have a whole second set that I've also done, and I am considering giving them away. So there's quite a few of these to cut. I'm going to put on an audiobook. I'm going to just cut away, and I will check in with you when I'm finished. Through the magic of editing, it will look like just a few minutes on your end. All right, folks, I am back. I'm back, and these are the canvases that I have cut out. They take up so much less room, like this, obviously, of course. Now, these are the ones that I am going to give away or cut up, um, for other things. I feel like this one could become maybe two journal covers. There could be like a top and bottom. Um, each one of these could become a journal cover. Um, so yeah, these here we go. I don't know about this one. I did leave some of them upright. Just because I don't know, like when you fold it in half, I don't know that you're really getting, like, maybe if it was a small journal, I don't know. I don't know. But I thought if I keep it whole, then I can cut it up later if I decide to. Or if I give it to somebody, they can decide what they want to do with it, right? If they want to wrap the journal, like with this part, um, like that could be part of the journal and that could be the other half. It would be like, you know, um, I don't know. I don't know. But I do know that whatever I decide to do with them, this part takes so much less space um than the other part. This one I might just trim a little bit off the bottom and a little bit off the top. Make sure I'm not cutting behind anything. And these canvas strips are really like nice, sturdy substrate. This is just really nice canvas. So I think it'll make great collage pieces. I'm just cutting it into sort of similarly sized chunks and pieces. And then they're going in the pile. So I do have pretty big pile of pieces here. And I still have a few of these pieces that I want to cut up. And these are mostly, this one is like almost entirely black. I also wonder, oh, look at that. That's super fun. I love this. I was thinking what it would be like to tear and oh, I should have been doing this all along. All that cutting that I did, I should have been tearing instead. Love this. There's something really, really satisfying about tearing it also. Oh, I love it. I love it. Tear some of these pieces off. Okay, I love this. Now that makes me wish I could have like torn some of this. But I guess you can just tear some of it off if you want a torn edge. It's kind of easy to create that. So yeah. So okay. Good stuff. This is pretty great. I'm pretty happy with this. I do love the torn edge. I'm on kind of a thing here. Now I want to tear all the edges. Just makes me want to. Oh, so satisfying. I should leave some of these untorn so that I can tear them later. Or I had thought about using these in Pages Unbound, the retreat that I'm offering this summer. We're going to be doing some collage clusters, and I'm going to give people some scraps to work with. And so definitely these are going to end up, some of these are going to end up in there. And so I love the idea of tearing them. Oh my gosh, this is fantastic. If you're having a frustrating day and you need to like work off a little theme, tearing some canvas is a great way to do it. Now I wish I had saved some of these so I could tear them up more. All right, it's fine. I'm going to stop because you don't need to watch me tear more canvas. But I do have a big pile of canvas here. Canvas scraps. Canvas that I think I'm going to try and give away. Ooh. These are all in the giveaway pile. I don't know if I'm not sure what to do with these. I don't know. Tell me in the comments if this is something you would want to cover a journal with. Should I do a giveaway? Should I offer them up at the retreat as like destash? I don't know. Tell me what you think. Tell me if anybody would want these or not. Obviously as a painting, I don't, but I'm not Picasso, so absolutely not. But as a journal cover, what a cool journal cover, right? What a pretty cover this would make. So that's my idea. These are the ones I'm giving away. Boop. These are the ones that I'm keeping. These are my favorites, ones that I think I want to use. Let me get in focus. There's this one. This is the Bob Ross one that I love so much. I love this swing. One of these, which I have several of these. I did lots of trees as part of a series with a class. We would always pick a tree painting at the end of the semester. So I have multiples of these paintings, which is why some of them you're seeing over and over again. So these are the ones I am keeping that I think I would like to use for other things, journal covers or what have you. And even if I decide not to do that, these take up so much less space. Like I'm just rolling these up. And look at how little that is compared to, you guys are not going to believe the pile I have here. Look at the pile. There's more. And more. It's there. Okay. Do you see how close I am to the camera at this point? There is a lot of frames. These take up a really lot of space. So I'm excited to get these done and out of my way. I did say I'll probably keep a couple of those frames to make like a paper screen. So I'll probably do that. It did get easier to cut them. Like at first I was very nervous about, oh no, I'm cutting up the painting. But it got easier the more that I did. And I'm pretty happy with it. It was a great project. My craft room will thank me for the extra space. So I encourage you, if you have these hanging around and you don't know what to do with them, this is a great idea. It's a great way to put them to good use. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you would do. Let me know if you would want someone else's paint night paintings cut up to use as a journal cover. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the topic. Thanks for joining me today, folks. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.